Welcome to musicbusinessadvice.com. I am Torio, and today I would like to talk about getting rid of that local artist mentality. So I see this happen all the time, all through my years of doing music. A lot of indie artists will have that local mentality. And what I mean by that is basically they have this mentality that they need to make it in their own city and they need to conquer their own city first before they can expand. And I think it's a little bit of that, and I think they're also scared to expand themselves because they might fail, which is a perfectly natural thing. But you need to get over that mentality. You can't just stay local. Think about it like this. If you keep grinding in your own city and everyone knows you already, you're touring the same bars or clubs and performing there with the same people, it's not going to get you anywhere. You're going to be stuck being a local artist. You want to look at the big picture. And a lot of people complain because they feel like their hometown doesn't support indie artists. And a lot of times they don't. It's just how it is. You know, a lot of these DJs and, there's probably just a billion local artists in that area. And a lot of people who are above you just are kind of like, it's just another local artist trying to get heard. And honestly, they get sick of it. And they just don't want to hear it anymore. But I guarantee you, most times when you go out of state, they treat you differently. Say you're from Florida and you go do a show in North Carolina, they're going to treat you much differently than the Florida people would. The only time, and I shouldn't say the only time, but a lot of times you shouldn't worry about conquering your own hometown. They're not going to give you full support until you've somewhat blown up. And that's just the truth. It's not always like that, but it happens like that sometimes. So if that's happening to you, you got to get out of that mentality that being local is where you need to start and conquer. No. Forget about being local. Expand. If you're not getting support locally, eventually you will. I promise you. Once you start getting big enough. That's just how it is. It's happened to me many times. Years ago, I did shows out of state. And you get treated so much differently because you're from out of state. It's almost like they think, oh, he's from Florida, so he came all the way to North Carolina and he's doing a show. He must be kind of somebody. And it's just that weird thinking people have. So it's like a foreigner coming to their state to perform or some alien or something. But a lot of times that's how it is. So if you want to conquer your hometown, if you're having problems, go elsewhere and conquer other places first. And then that way, your hometown will see what you're doing and they will eventually show love. A lot of times it works like that. It's interesting, but it is just weird how it is. I've seen so many people go through that. And I've seen so many people just stay local because they can't get out of that local mentality. It's got to stop. You got to expand. You can't just keep submitting to radio locally and maybe getting some play, maybe not, and college radio there and all that stuff. Send it to the states around you, too. Send that single there. Start booking shows outside of your own state. And you'll gain a hell of a lot more fans. I promise you. So I just wanted to talk about this in case someone out there is going through that local, in your mind, crap, where you need to defeat locally, get them in your corner first. Sometimes it works like that, yes. But a lot of times it doesn't. That's when you just got to move on and come back to the localness once you've blown up or gotten semi-popular. So I hope that you understand that. And I hope you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully it helped you rethink things if you're going through that problem right now. Expand. Look at the big picture. Open your mind. Look outside the box. All those things people say all the time. That's what you got to do. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit that bell icon, and they will notify you whenever a new video is up. There's tons of back videos, tons of great information. Also, check in the description below. There's tons of links that can help your music career. And that is it. I will see you next video.